Okay, gang, it's time to do some underpaintings. So that's what this episode will be. I don't know if it'll be 1 or 2 or maybe even 3. We shall see. So, if you're getting your palette ready, all you're going to need for this is burnt umber and either some linseed oil or I'm going to use my own mixture, my own medium that I make myself. 1 part linseed oil, 3 parts odorless mineral spirits to thin this burnt umber as we put it on the page. So we got here what we're going to have is we have a reference photo for this of a Volkswagen sitting back in the woods. This poor girl's seen a lot of long ago good days. This is I would guess this is 11 by 14. I don't think it's a 12 by 16. I think this one's a 12 by 16. Yeah, so it's 11 by 14 for this Volkswagen. So let's do this. So we're going to start off today. We're going to underpaint it. Then we'll come back over the next couple of days and we'll add different layers of color. So, hey Billy. So let's get started. So we want to start off, we just want to stain the canvas here. We should be back pretty regular. New videos. Quite a few videos, probably 2 or 3 videos, maybe a week for the next little while. I guess it depends how many people really want to see them. So be sure to share these out to different art groups that you're a member of. And if you're following, these will show up on YouTube eventually. So if you're on the YouTube channel over there, be sure you like and share them over there too. All right. We're just using a flat brush to put this on. I could do this with a 1-inch brush, but I'm not in any hurry, so I'm just kind of carrying this stuff from one area of the canvas to another, rather than picking up more paint. Pick up a little here and there. Hey Graham. Hey Billy, you done any more of your spray paint stuff? The YouTube channel's starting to pick up a little bit, so that's good. We're happy about that. That will eventually may become our full platform. So we're underpainting here. This Volkswagen sitting back in the woods. So we'll add some trees and stuff. I think we'll probably have, I don't know, we have grasses or flowers or something growing up through the hood. I used to have a 68 Volkswagen long time ago. Poor girl. She was in rough shape when I got her. She was in rough shape when I got rid of her, but she was still running, still doing her thing. All right, there we go. That pretty much takes care of that. All right, let's clean the brush. We'll just let that set up a little bit. Oops, look too wild on the paper towels there. Oh, did you have to send me a picture of it? I always like to see that. All right. Okay, we'll just use some of these paper towels as long as they're down. So we're going to take a couple of paper towels now. We're going to go to the next phase of this, which is to wipe it down. Wipe off, the excess, kind of smooth it all out. Then we'll start to get it all smoothed out. The color smoothed out. We'll start working on the lights and darks. Darks and lights. just want to stain this canvas All right, I'm going to go to clean paper towel. Lighten it even more. Just do it till it suits you. I'm actually trying to experiment with this time. I want to wipe quite a bit of this off, unlike I've been doing on my portraits. So I want to wipe a good bit of this back. And we can always add some more. Turn it inside here on this bottom part. All right. All right. I don't have my little doodads all spread out in the right place. There we go. All right. Now I'm going to switch from paper towels to a shop towel. I really need to fold it, I don't think. Let's actually fold it. All right. Now this looking clear that I've made is fairly lean. All right. You can see that this last layer, we didn't take off all that much. All right, so let's start working on the painting now. So now we're going to start, I guess the right term would be, we're going to be reverse painting. So my tool of choice for reverse painting, at least to start with, I'll put this away. It's going to be Q-tips. You can make your own, so now we have to work pretty closely with my reference photo here. That's not the reference photo. This is the reference photo. So let me count. I probably should have taped this up before I started. All right. Okay. All right, let's get started. All right. So now we're looking at this reference photo and picking out the highlights off of this. Where in particular, we want them to be. There's a big one. There's a big one right here. A little one under here. And another one. All right. Now the beauty of this technique is that you can kind of take stuff off, and if you take too much off, you can put stuff back on, fairly easy. So there's that. Okay, now we're not going to take quite as much off going this way, around this area. Okay, sun. And all this is going to be dark in here. We're going to put flowers and stuff in there. All right, let's get. We're mostly just following the reference photo for the bug itself, because all the surrounding stuff is going to be different, completely different. So yeah, we got a little bit on the door right here. All right. Now, let's kind of shift and start doing a little bit of give and take. So we're going to switch to a flat brush. First, let me see if anybody had any questions. No. Okay. I think I just dropped a paintbrush on the floor. Oh, I don't think I'll be using that one today. All right, so we're gonna stay on with this burnt umber. We're just gonna come back and start adding some color back now. Of course, this color will underlay everything that we start putting the colors in tomorrow. So the inside of the car is going to be pretty dark. Because it's going to be sitting in a shade. Like I said, you can take colors, you can take color and add it and delete it. So like if you get outside, your sketch, you can always just wipe that back. So we got this big piece of color right here. All right, so like right there, where I got the brush just a little too far, right there. We can just go back to our Q-tip. Just kind of start wiping this back. Square it all the way. Just like that. All right. Back to the brush. We got this dark area here. It's also the inside of the car. Nice big dark spot right in here. Nice big shadow. I think it could stand to be a little darker. I'll pick up a little bit more paint. Now this paint, as we're wiping it on, it's pretty much going on just about a glaze. Just about like a glaze. All right. Let's cover the front. Let's do the front part. So today's my wife and I's 38th anniversary. So we went out and celebrated early this morning. Didn't have a crowd anywhere since everybody's all panicked about the coronavirus, which we are not. We refuse to live our life in fear. We're just not going to do it. So we're just going on with life as usual. We didn't go stock up or rip any toilet paper or nothing. We don't care about that. All right. So now this area is going to be somewhat filled up full of flowers and grass and stuff, but we're gonna go ahead and darken this in a little bit, and then we'll take some back off. All this part here is going to be in highlight, so right there on the fender. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, so we're just going to brush this in, and then we'll blend it out. And we'll blend it out with get all the brush marks and stuff out. And just throw some color in here. I get a lot of people asking me on these underpaintings, why don't you just sell the underpainting? Just like leave it like it is. I could. I mean, there's no reason you can't, so it is something to consider. I don't sell them, but and mostly the reason I don't sell them is because I want to get to the end product, which means I just have to do it again. So, yeah. If I have to do it anyway, then why do it twice? I don't typically paint anything the same. I may paint like a a thematic thing a couple of times, like my summer girls, try different things like that with them, but by and large I don't paint the same things twice. Alright, now we're going to just use a fan brush here, and we're just going to kind of blend some of this out. Here's some of the brush marks. Try not to get paint all over everything that we're doing it. Looks pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna get another flat. Actually, I think I'll use this angle flat. And we'll put a little bit of this medium on the palette. And let's, well, I'll tell you what, I better finish some of these other darks first. Let's finish some other ones first. So let's get this one right here. There's a dark one. There's a dark right here in the wheel well. And that's going to run all the way up the front of the car. So, verdict's in. I have a torn rotator cuff on my left arm. I'm left-handed. So I got to take it easy on my arms. So you'll see me swapping arms quite a bit, swapping hands when I'm painting quite a bit. We're trying to avoid surgery, but we're not sure if we're going to be able to or not. We shall see. If I have surgery, I'll probably be off the air for a year. That sucks. So, alright, let's paint all this dark in here. Alright, let's bring this around. Let's see. This is going to go, that's going to go out like that. There's going to be a highlight like right along his way. So let's bring this on down. And then just kind of join that right there. That'll be good. Alright. And then let's see. We got that dark, we got that dark. Alright, let's go to the angle brush. And let's just lay in some of the rest of this outline. So let's get not too worried about these contour lines. There's going to be a lot of vegetation in this picture. So, you know, it's not... Of course, this car is old and beat up. So we don't want her to look too perfect. Alright. This is where the headlights, not the running lights used to be right there. They're gone, they're missing. So let's paint those in. So the YouTube channel is picking up slowly, but it's coming along. It's coming along. Continues to grow. We're not looking to monetize that. We never will monetize it. I don't see any reason to do that because I don't need any income. I'm retired. And besides, it's really for people to get what they can get out of it, not I'm doing fine. I just happen to be doing this, and so I thought I'd just share. Alright, let's get a little bit of this excess paint right there off the top. We'll come back and work on that highlight a little bit more. A little bit. Let's get the door jambs put in. We're just painting just with the tip of this brush. We're not using the line very much, just the tip. Alright, let's start way out here. Now these lines will be crisp when we start. They'll become important when we start to put the colors on tomorrow. And this will dry overnight with the medium that I'm using. If you use linseed oil, you might need 2 days. You might not. But I know for a fact that this mix of mine will be dry tomorrow because it's lean, very lean. So, all right. Although tomorrow, I have physical therapy tomorrow, so depending how bad they hurt me, will depend on how much painting I can get done tomorrow. Alright, a couple little places where the door handle used to be, but are not no more. Alright. I see a line I missed. We'll go back and get that. We'll go back and get this right here. Alright, does that have all the door? Look at the reference photo. Yeah. Alright, good enough, good enough. Alright, now, her roof is not straight. It's got a big crinkle in it. So, something got dropped on her head at some point. I happen to think of one thing you could do in another painting. I don't want to do it in this one because I've already done all this dark work, but you could actually leave some of this out here, maybe even like have it like it's a convertible, so lighten all of that back up back to the end, and then come around that way. That'd be kind of cool. And you could have if you wanted to, you could have a tree or a bush or something growing up through the bug itself. I'm gonna have stuff growing up out of the hood, but not out of the inside of the car too much. At least I don't plan to, but you know, I've been known to change my mind before. All right. We'll see. I've been kind of discussing this painting with Emily, so sometimes she throws some ideas into my ringer and sees how they come out. But she might not. She got a whole bunch of her own stuff going on, so she may not have the time. All right, it's coming along pretty good. Taking shape. People still there. I don't know who's there, but somebody's out there because they're still showing up. All right. Let's put this line in. All right. Okay. I got another one of these to do today. Of course, right now we're just doing the car part, but I have a second painting I want to get done, underpainting I want to get done today of this Amish horse and carriage. So hopefully I got the sketch done. Hopefully I can get the rest of it nailed down. Like I say, working with physical therapy, I'm not sure what. Yeah, like last week, by the time they got done with me, my arm didn't feel like pain too much, but it is what it is. So I'll turn this as I go. That'll be easier. Pick up just a little bit of medium on this brush. Make this paint flow just a little better. There we go. Yeah, still not flowing quite as well as I'd like, but these insides, any of these circles were going to be hard. There we go. All right. All right. Now we're not going to clean the brush. We're just going to wipe it out. It looks like, well, it looks like I still need another line across the top. So let me get this done. There we go. All right. Now let's wipe the brush. Where'd it go? Where'd the brush wiping stuff go? All right. So all I've done is wipe this paint out. And what we're going to do now is take the brush. We're just going to go back over all these lines and kind of blend them. Some places we'll add some more paint when we're done, but for now we'll just kind of. I just want to soften these lines. Hey, Deborah. I primed it with, it's got 2 coats of white gesso and then it's got this part, all the rest of it too. But the rest, then once that was dry, this is a coat of burnt umber with mineral spirits. Well, actually with liquid clear, that my homemade liquid clear, the real lean mix. We put it all on here, brush it all on here pretty thick, about that color, and then we wiped it all back completely. Oh, when I put the sketch on, after I put the sketch on, so I did the gesso, then I put the sketch on, then I used a Fix-It. I used what's the name of that Fix-It? I don't know. It's just a Fix-It. You can find it on Amazon. I think it's a Grumbacher Fix-It. You just spray it on and let it dry for 15 minutes, and that holds the pencil marks in place. And then we did the burnt umber, and then we did the white back, and now we're just adding and deleting color. So in the end, it's going to be like all flowers growing up in this part, and trees all back in here, and things like that. Some trees over here, maybe. The Volkswagen's a little more centered than the original photo, so we're going to kind of do some more stuff over this way too. So it's not going to be, I'm not sticking to the reference photo except for the Volkswagen structure itself. So anyway, that's the deal. So now we're just kind of smoothing out some lines. We're just kind of, there's a little bit of a highlighted area back this way. This kind of goes like that, and this kind of goes down like that. All right. Now let's add some of the really bright highlights, and I do that with, I'll use the same brush and just a little bit of this liquid clear color. And then I'm going to take it and I'm just going to wipe it out. Okay, maybe I'm going to do it twice because it's still a little too polluted. All right, let's clean the brush then. Let's clean the brush, try it again. A little too polluted. And you know what? I think instead of using that liquid clear, I'll just use some regular linseed oil. Where's that? So that's my tip for the day. I use these little medicine jars. I bought mine out of flea market, but you can also buy them at Michael's around Halloween. So we'll just get some linseed oil. We're going to dab a little bit of that off, a little bit on my paper towel. Now we're just going to start adding some highlight right here. So now you'll notice as I start to do this, it really starts to kind of lift the paint up and off of there. Which is fine. It's exactly what I want it to do. Because I want to create that really bright shadow right there. And then there's some like right here on this door. All right, so now we got a little bit too much of the line coming out of there. So wipe the brush, linseed oil out of the brush. Pulled a little bit too much paint off right there. That's okay. We'll just put it back. It ain't nothing but a thing. There we go. Like that. All right, we got that highlights there. This is a really bright highlight over here. So let's clean the brush again. Pick up some linseed oil. Dab it off a little bit. And then like right here. Right there, there's kind of a triangle right there. All right, and then we're going to add some paint right here because there's going to be, and it's going to come on down around that way. All right, then we got another highlight right here. That's a little too much highlight. So let's just add a little bit more color back in here, right there. So just, a matter of adding and taking away color to different areas till you get it just like you want it. All right. Not too much highlight on here. Volkswagen is mostly blue and rusty. So this brown color is going to really work well to come up under there. All right, I'm wiping the brush out. We can put the linseed oil away at this point. And let's get we're missing another line. I can see it goes right. Well, we have it, but it's sort of insinuated instead of actually on there. So let's just get like that. And they're supposed to be dark all in here like this. All right. All right, let's clean this brush with switch brushes. I do want to pick some paint up off of the brush, that little brush that that little flat I was using earlier. Get quite a bit of paint on it, so let's just kind of pick up some of that. Then we're going to have some bigger trees, so let me clean this brush out because I don't want to paint that with a small brush. Now you might wonder, I don't know if you are, but you might wonder if, hey, if I paint this and then I say, and it dries, and then I say, oh, I meant to do blah, blah, blah. Can I still go back and add more stuff? Like, say, want to add another tree or something. And the answer to that's yeah. You just put some liquid clear over the top. We call it oiling in. Just oil it in, or some linseed oil. That's fine. And just go back and put that in, and you'll be fine. Not too worried about this tree too much. Put another one right next to it. Seem to have enough paint. Can't paint without paint, Benjamin. Have it like that. And then let's see. I want another tree, but I don't want it to be too big. And I also don't want to create a halo around this thing. So we're going to paint into that just a little bit. Now I'm going to come back and clean that up. We're going to add some more things. Let's see. Let's just have a insinuation of a tree trunk right here. Why not? All right, that looks good. And I think over here, I think I'm going to make this a big tree as well. Change this tree. Just change that. And let's put a skinnier tree back here. Maybe even some insinuation of other trees. Okay. Oh, my shoulders had enough of that. Okay. So, all right. So as we paint the branches in, we're going to have to turn this upside down. I've never had an injury so bad that I couldn't pick my arm up and hold it for just a couple of minutes, but that's the way it is. All right. That didn't feel too good. All right, let's get. Let's pick up a little bit of this liquid clear. Put some burnt umber on here. Let's just kind of. Let's see. So this tree is going to be in front of that tree. So let's kind of pull the branch across. Then I'll create another layer in the painting, of course. I don't need a lot of branches because there's going to be a lot of leaves and stuff, you know. But this will give me like just enough guidance to maybe throw some leaves out there. All right. So we're just using a script liner. Now, as you're pulling the script liner, you want to kind of keep it at an angle. And then as you pull it, you're kind of turning it in your hand so that you're continuing to rotate it. I think I got a couple little extra branches like this over here. Maybe a few little things like this. This tree, maybe we'll start like a branch that kind of goes off the page. See that? Let's make it a little bigger though. So let's switch over to a filbert real quick just to lay this branch in. And lay something a little bit more true to form there. There we go. That's better. As long as we get this out, may as well. Well, let's hold off because I want that to be, I want to paint from the back to the front, so. All right. Let's have a small branch right here. I'll pull this out. Long little squiggly one. I'm painting with my other hand now, so it can be lots of squiggly. All right. Now these guys, they need some branches, but they need to. So let me do this. Let me put a little bit more. Screw these things, and then let's just kind of. I want these to be kind of faded, so I'm kind of just letting the brush run out. Kind of just let it run out. All right. Okay, so back to the filbert. This is so nice when you're painting this because the texture is so nice. And you just kind of, you almost pick the wood grain up just laying the burnt umber down. All right, let's add just a couple little doodads here on this, like something coming up from here. And maybe something over here. A couple of things. Just a couple of branches coming up. These may or may not show later in painting. You don't know. You never know. All right. Let me look at this. All right. Now I got some So I'm back over on the Volkswagen body again. And so I'm going to switch back to, I think it's time I go with the filbert because I want my edges to be relatively uneven. So let's put up, there's a dark rusted spot right here. Darker than that. Like that. And there's some lighter. And then I need a square. I don't know if I can paint this or not. Let's see. It's awful big. I can't get it with that brush. Yeah, let's go back to this little flat. These are little black things where the door handle used to be. All right, now back to this. All right, so we got some rust coming over the thing like that. I got a dark spot right here where the fender used to be, and right there. It's dark right here. What else? We got rust all down. I don't have much rust on that side, so mostly it's rusted on this side. So, all right. And I think that will probably do to get this underpainting done. Now we'll just kind of use some of this paint up, laying in this foundation. This will allow us to get, you know, a lot of good shading when we start putting in the flowers and stuff. Kind of pushing this paint all around. All right. I'm just going to be free with the brush here. All right, guys. I think that'll do it for getting the underpainting part of this done. Came a long way pretty quick. Emily, there you are. Hey, Harold. Oh, I mean, hey, Harriet. Emily, when did you get here? I looked around. Has it been that long since I looked, or did you just get here? Yeah, the bug is here. All right, so I got that part. I'm just double checking one more time. Oh, you know what? Let's pick up a little bit more paint. I'll tell you what, I need some kind of like a little bit of rust on the inside of these lights. Like that. And like I say, if you do it and you start to realize that you didn't quite get everything, you can pick that up. You can pick that up when you come back to. You can add it. And then of course you can always add it in the color layer too if you want. A little bit more rust down this side. That's a little bit. They don't really have that in the reference photo, but nah, I think I like it that way. So put a little bit more rust right in here too. This poor baby. All right, let me smooth all this out. Kind of quickly blend it. All right. All right. See, one little touch up I want to make. Then we're going to call this one done, and we can take a break and then come back and work on the wagon. Where did I see it? Oh, yeah. That quick. All right. I just want to make this tree trunk a little wider right there. All right, there we go. All right, guys, so what do you think? How's it look? All right, guys, so like I say now, when we come back, we'll set the references photo aside because we pretty much scattered it out of that anyway. But we're gonna have like stuff growing all back up in here. So we'll do a lot of greens and yellows and oranges up here. We will have. If I wanted to pull this straight closer, I could actually put it inside of this window coming out the side, but I don't think I'll do that. So we have some green coming fall behind it. We got trees in the background. We have back there. The sun's going to be kind of in the sky, but on this side, there's not going to see any sky anyway, but you're going to pick it up from the reflections. And then, so it'll be kind of brighter on this side. So we'll get light down on this side and this side and this side, and a little bit right there, a little reflected light. This whole thing's going to be full with flowers. And then we'll have flowers and stuff all out this way. So we have a big bunch of flowers up in here. And if you know me, I'm a gardener, so, you know, that's just, couldn't think of, you know, if I had one of these, my wife was just saying yesterday, oh my God, if we had one of those, you'd be putting it in the backyard. I would definitely be doing it. And Emily will tell you, she's seen my garden a lot, probably more than she wants to. All right, okay, so let's take, what time is it? It's 3 o'clock almost. Let's go to about 3:15. We'll come back. When we come back, we'll work on this underpainting, which is my horse and carriage. Neither one of these two have I ever done anything like this, so you know, it'll be a interesting piece of work to do. Eventually, I'll work on something that I'll probably fail at, but that's okay. I don't care. That's why you do it. All right, guys. Y'all have a happy Sunday. If I don't see you again, if I do see you again, we'll be back here in about 25 minutes.